Well, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Petal Panther Football Show. Alongside head coach Marcus Boyles, I'm Mark Easley. This past Friday night, another tough region opponent in the Bulldogs of Brandon High School came a-calling to Panther Stadium. Military Appreciation Night, and it was appropriately named because it was a battle.
Yeah.
An overtime victory for the Panthers, 31-28. The Panthers improved to 2-1 in the region play, 4-3 overall. But again, that region record is what's so important. A gauntlet of three tough region opponents, Coach. Coming out 2-1 record, I guess looking back at, before you played all three of them, you say, hey, we come out with a 2-1 record against them, we'll take it.
Certainly, you're right. I mean, it's everybody wants to be 3-0 after those three games, but realistically, we're very happy with 2-1. I thought our guys competed hard for 3 straight weeks, and I thought we got better as a football team.
We talked about in last week's show the hive coming off of a game like the way we wanted against Oak Grove and getting ready to prepare for a tough Brandon team in practice this week. What was it like?
The focus was not where it needed to be on Monday and Tuesday. I thought our kids were still kind of reliving the game against Oak Grove, and I understand they're high school kids, and it was a big, to win it like we did, it's hard to get over those kind of wins. But I thought our leaders stepped up and really led us on Wednesday and Thursday, and I thought we really had 2 good days, Wednesday and Thursday.
And we talked about how good a team Brandon is. Obviously 2-0 in region coming into this game this past Friday night. And the quality of players, especially the perimeter players and the skill players they had a sophomore quarterback, but had some good playmakers to get the ball to.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the receivers, number 18, I cannot remember his name.
Mingo.
That's right, Mingo. Heck of a player.
Yeah.
Made some big plays. Had to play corner also for him a lot, so he got a little tired. But then you got Watley and you got the other kid,
Stowers.
number 8. Stowers, number 8. I think he's like the 3rd brother. They come through that program, and so they're all been really good athletes. And I thought we held our own for times, but at times they made some big plays.
Yeah. Opening drive of the game, the Panthers took it 64 yards, another wheel route pass, or a 64-yard pass for the score. It's a 76-yard drive, I think. Sort of set the tone right there to start with. The offense moved the ball well, and then had the big play to Fat Watts.
Yeah, I thought, like you said, offensively we came out, set the tone, jumped on them, just how you draw it up, get ahead early, get all the momentum, and I thought, we did come out ready to play on offense the first drive.
7-0 after the first quarter was the score, and then the Panthers tacked on another touchdown late second quarter, about 2:08 to play, I think it was. Trent Williams, another touchdown pass, had 2 weeks ago against Oak Grove, and then a 15-yarder tonight to put the Panthers up 14-0.
Again, Trent has really turned up the last 2 weeks, and we need him to. He's a big-time player, and again, I thought he played well against Oak Grove, and I thought he played well again against Brandon. But we need him to be big, and again, go up 14-0, and you feel really good about it because I think it was like 2 minutes to go in the half. Is that right?
2:08.
Yeah, 2:08 in the half, and so you feel good about it, and then
give up a big play. And I'd said, I know in the pregame, and may have said it after the game got started, that Brandon can score from anywhere on the field and score so quickly, and they did, a 72-yard pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, our corner just got beat over the top, and something that I know he wishes he hadn't done, but he was a little lazy getting out of there, and number 8 made a heck of a play and a heck of a throw by the quarterback.
Yeah. So 14-7 was your halftime scores going to the locker room, maybe feeling down a little bit about how the half had ended, but it played pretty well in the first half.
Yeah, I thought we had. I didn't think we played the best football we could play, but I thought we always talk about winning halves. And so we won the first half. We went in, up +7, and so you feel good about it, and we challenged our team, challenged the guys, hey, we didn't play as good as we possibly can, and we're still up +7. So let's go out and dominate the second half.
Okay, 14-7 was your halftime score. Let's take a look at those first half highlights at this time. Going back to the Petal Panther football show, going in the locker room, Petal on top 14-7 with 2 quarters to play. Brandon receiving the second half kickoff, though, so your defense had to be ready to go right from the kickoff.
Yeah, and that's something, we talked to our defense about. Sometimes we hadn't been coming out of the locker room in the second half ready to play, so we kind of challenged them at halftime to be ready to play the second half. And, Brandon made some good adjustments in the second half. You see that, and we made a couple of adjustments also, and so it's kind of a game of chess, I guess, in the second half.
Yeah, it was, and then the opening drive, really a tale of our defense in the first half is where we bent but did not break. They missed their 3rd field goal of the night, and they got a really good field goal kicker, strong leg. He's named to the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star game. He missed 4 field goals on the night, and those came back to be really big, and one of those was on that opening drive. So the defense stood tall when they needed to.
They did. Like you said, that kid has a strong leg. He didn't miss them because they were short.
Yeah.
He just missed them right or left, but he has a strong leg. But again, like you said, our defense does bend some, but when we get down the red zone, we usually tighten down, just like we did against Oak Grove the week before. We got down there and got some stops, and we did tonight against Brandon. Against Brandon, also tightened down and made some big stops.
The offense answered with an 80-yard drive to put the Panthers up 21-7, and not that you could breathe easy, but had a little bit of separation there, a 2-score game.
We did. I felt good. I thought we were, getting our rhythm on offense. Defensively, we had settled down, and then for whatever reason, we just give Brandon credit, I guess. We started struggling a little bit on offense, and they started making some big plays on defense. Running game. Brandon's running game hurt us in the second half with a couple of big runs. Yeah,
a 42-yard pass to Marquise Bridges was that scoring play that put Petal up 21-7. And then one of those big plays, running play, a 66-yard run that their running back had, and it was a case where just a great blocking, and it did wear us down a little bit, I think, on the line.
I think so too. I thought our kids probably got a little tired. They were playing a bunch of snaps, and it was hot again. And I think they changed a little bit the way they were blocking the second half, and our run fits got off just a little bit, and our linebackers' run fits may have got off just a little bit. But, when you look at film, our kids, I think we're going to see the kids played hard. Yeah,
21-7, the Panthers were up, but 3 straight scoring drives on some big plays by Brandon put them up 28-21. Middle of the fourth quarter, about 4 minutes ago, though, the Panthers answer back with another 80-yard drive to tie it up at 28 apiece on a 1-yard Fat Watts run.
Yeah, I thought our kids answered the bell. That's the big thing. We were down 28-21. The fourth quarter had gone completely against us. Nothing good had happened in the fourth quarter. But again, just like the week before against Oak Grove, when we had to make some plays on offense and defense, we made some plays late in the ball game, and offensively got it, went right down and scored and tied it up, and I felt really good.
Yeah, Jordan Wilson had 3 touchdown passes, had another productive night. Fat Watts, 38 carries tonight, 134 yards, I think it was, 134. Rushing touchdown, 1 receiving. Spreading the ball out, Jordan did, had different receivers with touchdown receptions. Marquise Bridges had 1, Trent Williams had 1, Fat Watts had 1. Spread the ball around well, but again, Fat Watts, what do you say about him?
Yeah, he's a competitor. He's just, he's a great player, but he competes so hard, and I see him every day in practice working so hard, and he is our leader. He is the vocal leader. When he starts talking, people get quiet, and then they know that when he says something, you better get quiet and listen up, because he is the vocal leader.
Fat Watts, the E.F. Hutton of Petal football, right. I guess. That reference, a lot of people won't even know what that means, but us right. Old-timers, we do. Yeah. But 28-28, the game ended, the regulation part of the game ended, tied up at 28, going to overtime. Had the ball first. Of course, defensively, you want to play, the teams want to play defense first, so you'll know what you have to do on offense. We had the ball first.
Yeah.
They held us to a field goal. Blake Craig, 25-yarder, booted it right through, and it's so important to get points. Obviously, you want a touchdown, but you got to have points in that first series.
Yeah, exactly right. And we work every day at the end of practice. We end with field goals. That's what we do, and we always put pressure on him, and we move it around different spots. And he just nailed it. What a just under pressure, because he won't kick one. He has not kicked one any bigger than that one right there at that moment. And again, like you said, you want to get points. And I thought we put the pressure on them by us getting the 3 points.
And then the defense stood tall, had I think a 4-yard run, a 3-yard run. They got it to inside the 1, 4th and goal from inside the 1. And then obviously the play of the game, the defense came up, little bobble of the ball as he tried to reach across the goal line. It came loose. So defense stood tall again. did not break, bend as
Right.
far as you could bend on that one
Yeah.
to hold on for a 31-28 overtime win.
Yeah, again, our defense had allowed, 3 touchdowns in the second half, but when they had to come up with a big stop, they came up with 4 big stops from the 10-yard line in.
So exciting game, 31-28 in overtime. Panthers come out with a region win. Let's take a look at those second half highlights. to the Petal Panther Football Show. An exciting region win, 31-28 in overtime. The Panthers improved to 2-1 in the region, getting ready for an opponent next week, having their homecoming at Jim Hill at Newell Field in Jackson there. So another region opponent. You can't take lightly anybody, but you've got to think after these 3 tough games that, hey, if we just take care of our business, we'll be okay on the road. But again, you got to respect everybody you play.
You do, and again, it's about. I tell our kids all the time, it's about us. It's not about the opponent. I can't, I can't control what the opponents go do, how hard they go practice, how hard they go play, and all that. All I can do is control the kids we have. And we need to come out and make sure we're focused and ready to practice all week long, and we control what we do. And that's if we control what we do, I'm happy with us. And I can't control how good the other team is, how bad the other team is. I can't control any of that. I can't control even how well they go play that night. Yeah. We control what we can, and that's controlling how well we go prepare to play and how well we go play on Friday night.
And we talked about this some again, but talk real quickly the progression of this team from pre-region part of the schedule where we are now, and how we're seem to be improving every week, and that's what you want, obviously. But talk about the progression of this team. Real quickly.
I just look back over the season so far, and I think the last 3 weeks have been really big for us. We have played really good football, and you want to be playing good at the end of the year, and you want to play good all the time. Yeah. But you want to get better. You don't want to peak. I tell the kids all the time, if the first game against Hattiesburg is as good as we can play, then we're not going to be a very good football team. Yeah. And I think when we look back at it, we're a whole lot better football team right now than we were against Hattiesburg, and I think we got better each week. I think the only week that kind of unhappy with was the Laurel week. I thought we took a couple of steps back against Laurel. Nothing against Laurel at all. They're a great football team. I just thought, again, I'm not sure that we really got ready to play that week against Laurel for whatever reason.
And you learn from that too, and get ready. That sort of got us ready with that off week for these tough stretch of games that we have going on right now.
You're exactly right.
So the Panthers improved to 4-3 overall, 2-1 in the region play, getting ready to head to Jackson, take on the Tigers of Jim Hill High School in another Region 3 6A game that we'll need you there to help support these guys. Playing well right now, but every week's a new ball game, and we'll have to continue to do that as this season progresses. So that'll wrap it up here tonight for the Petal Panther Football Show. We'll get ready for next week's game. Our broadcast time 6:40 on WMXI Radio 98.1 and on petalathletics.com. We'll hope to see you at the game or tuned in for the broadcast. For head coach Marcus Boyles, for all the Panthers in the Panther Nation, I'm Mark Easley. Until next time, you've been watching the Petal Panther Football Show.